Astute Rebel News viewers likely know that one of our latest Transanity videos to go viral was all about men invading female collegiate volleyball. That's right, dicks playing with chicks in the name of diversity. So it was that a few weeks ago, my camerawoman Avery Armstrong and I dropped by Toronto's Centennial College to take in a female varsity volleyball game between the Centennial Colts and the Seneca Sting. Then again, maybe I need to employ air quotes whenever I say female regarding this tale, because there were no fewer than 5 male players on the court that evening. Translation, almost 50% of both starting rosters were stacked with dudes. Here, check out the video evidence. We were tipped off that this female volleyball game that we witnessed earlier featured not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 men pretending to be females. 3 were on Seneca, 2 were on Centennial. Gee, can you imagine which side won? Not only that, the male players were always on the court. So you had biological female substitutes just sitting on the bench for the entire game. Well, this latest salvo pertaining to the ongoing war on women being waged by those entitled grifters in the radical trans community received worldwide media attention, ranging from the New York Post to the UK's Daily Mail. Oh, and what was the amount of coverage this story received via the Canadian mainstream media, you ask?
0.0.
Alas and alack, Trudeau's taxpayer-funded Canadian mainstream media trained seals are totally down with the radical transgender agenda. They default to self-censorship on this file so as not to offend their Parliament Hill-based sugar daddy, who, as we all know, is also totally down with the radical trans revolution, especially given that several heavy hitters on social media also weighed in on this sordid story, including tennis legend Martina Navratilova. She stated on X, quote, "Just how wrong is this? Yep, this wrong. This has to stop," end quote. And now, this just in, folks. Given the global deluge of negative publicity regarding men invading female volleyball teams, Centennial College was essentially compelled to weigh in on this matter as well. And so it was that a statement penned by Dr. Craig Stevenson, the president and CEO of Centennial College, landed in my inbox the other day. It was entitled, quote, "Supporting Student Athletes and Colleagues," end quote. Oh, fantastic, I initially thought. Finally, an educrat is going to go to bat for female athletes. No, nothing could be further from the truth, actually. Allow me to read Dr. Stevenson's statement verbatim. Quote, "Dear Centennial students, you may have heard about the awful harassment our community members endured at the women's volleyball game between the Colts and Seneca Sting. I want to assure you that I have personally reached out to every student and employee who were directly impacted, expressing how horrified I was that they had to undergo the experience, both at the moment and following the posting of a video online," end quote. Horrified? Is Stevenson really speaking about a volleyball game here, or did a mass shooting take place on campus? And harassment? Oh, there was harassment, all right, but it was directed at me and Avery. Check out this astute member of Team Spirit Unicorn offering his highbrow analysis vis-a-vis sports and transgenderism.
Okay, as a woman, then tell me, if you have a vagina, I don't give a if you have a vagina.
Did we trigger you, sir, or ma'am?
Okay, first of all, I wasn't talking to you, so shut the up. And you, I don't care if you
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Because of what you're saying. If you have a pussy, so you're a woman, that's...
Sir, are you suffering from mental illness? Sir, why would you want to strike a biological female? Yikes. Anyway, the good doctor continues, quote, "Our team has taken steps to ensure their well-being is our priority, including making sure they have access to every support and accommodation they might need at this time. The harassment of student athletes, staff, and guests from both Centennial and Seneca College was unacceptable," end quote. Again with the harassment, and he doesn't mean elite female athletes being shut out from getting on the court due to gender-bending men. Oh no. And again, check out how it was really Avery and I who were the recipients of the unacceptable harassment, from our cameras being purposely blocked to Centennial staffers getting handsy with us. Here, check it out.
Did you do it on purpose? The film. I don't know why. He's not on the film. Enjoy the match. Nobody's asking you to leave. Okay. Yeah. We're being disruptive. You've called the police. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, why are you playing with the woman? Why are you taking away a real woman's spot? Are you a misogynist?
You're not allowed over here.
I'm just
You're
asking
not allowed
questions.
over here.
Who are you, ma'am?
You're not allowed over here.
Why? Hey, don't touch me.
You touched me. You ran into me.
You ran into me. We got it on camera,
Call
ma'am.
security.
Call security. Okay. Why are you allowing men to play with biological females? Sir, why are you taking away a spot from a real woman? Look at this, folks. Look. What? Hey, excuse me. Don't touch me, sir. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
What's wrong with you?
Why are men playing with... Don't touch me.
Now, keep in mind, folks, that Centennial is a taxpayer-funded college, and you would think that being a college, it would subscribe to, you know, that little thingy called freedom of the press. But no, so much for transparency. Anyway, Stevenson isn't quite done yet. Quote, "In addition to supporting those impacted, we as an institution have mobilized safety and well-being supports to everyone impacted by this incident and strengthened measures to prevent unauthorized access to our property to avoid similar incidents in the future," end quote. Don't you love it when a so-called insensitive question or comment is uttered upon the environs of a woke college campus that this suddenly becomes a safety issue? It's as though there was a downed electrical wire in the cafeteria or something. And what does, quote, "strengthened measures to prevent unauthorized access to our property," end quote, mean? Actually, I think I know what he's hinting at here, folks. Maybe Centennial is going to take a page from Seneca's playbook. Remember when we paid a visit to Seneca's King City campus a couple of weeks ago to take in another sausage fest posing as a female varsity volleyball game? Well, we never actually got near the court. Here, check it out.
We support all of our students, and we have no further comment on this.
What is it? But how do you support biological females by allowing gender-bending male grifters to be on the team?
We support all of our students, and we have no further comment on this.
Incredible. Do you recall the days when these places of higher learning were all about debate and discussion? Now colleges are all about enforced groupthink. Diversity is our strength is the de rigueur chant these days, but obviously not a diversity of opinions. That's not tolerated. And if one dares to espouse a verboten opinion, like, you know, people with penises are not real women, well then, you are frog-marched off campus. Let's get back to Stevenson. Stevenson is not quite done yet regarding Centennial's Day of Infamy. Quote, "Out of respect for our athletes and colleagues who were impacted, I please ask that you refrain from viewing and or sharing the video and online content associated with this incident. The transphobic views expressed run totally contrary to Centennial's values and what we stand for. As part of the college's commitment to creating an inclusive environment where everyone feels safe, we must condemn and take meaningful steps to stamp out harassment and hate whenever and wherever it appears. End quote. Two things. First, folks, kind of give me a second here. You see, I have a thank you card. I'm just going to pen a little notation to Dr. Stevenson. Thank you so much. There we go. Send it by airmail. You see, Doc, surely you should know that whenever you tell someone not to do something, in this case, don't view and or share our video, well, guess what? That's just about the best publicity we could ever ask for. Indeed, by positioning this video as forbidden fruit, a stampede of additional views occurred. Way to go, Doc. It's called the Barbra Streisand effect. Be thanking you. Stevenson directs students to seek help from a team of counselors at the Center for Accessible Learning and Counseling Services, and the Good to Talk helpline, and the International Student Helpline, as well as the Domestic Student Helpline. Gee, Doc, no mention of the Suicide Crisis Helpline? Obviously an oversight. Additionally, for those students who comprise society's uber-protected rainbow class, Stevenson notes, quote, "Some of you will find comfort in connecting with the Queering Community Student Collective, a community space and support network for 2SLGBTQIA+, i.e., two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, and asexual students and allies at Centennial College. The Queering Community Student Collective stands in solidarity with you," end quote. Well, thank God for that, Doc. By the way, I really wanted to find out who in blue hell this Craig Stevenson guy is, so I happened upon Dr. Stevenson's Christmas message that he posted on social media last December. Oops, sorry. It's a holiday message, actually, of course. Forgive me. But check out this excerpt. I think this tells you all you really need to know about Dr. Stevenson.
Indeed, when you look back on this year, I hope you feel a sense of pride in all we've accomplished. Be it, for example, with the opening of Canada's first mass timber, zero carbon, LEED Gold higher education facility, which constitutes a major milestone in addressing our commitment to truth and reconciliation, or through the creation of more equitable and welcoming spaces generated by the incredible work of the Anti-Black Racism Task Force.
Yeah, Doc Stevenson is so woke that he has to make mention of climate change and anti-black racism, even though this is supposed to be a Christmas/holiday message. What a Grinch. And I got to tell you, for some reason, this quack reminds me of another doctor. By the way, we did reach out to Dr. Stevenson for comment. So far, it's been radio silence. Typical. But in the final analysis, I must ponder, does Centennial College have a women's club or a feminist society? I'm betting that more than half of Centennial's student body is comprised of, bona fide, real biological females. They are the ones who truly have skin in the game here. They are the ones being canceled. And you would think that in a normal world, the women on campus and their male allies would be the ones picketing and protesting every time there's a female volleyball game taking place in which male players are supplanting female players. Then again, maybe college-age females have been so brutally indoctrinated that they too actually believe that trans women are real women. And if this is indeed the case, then really, how profoundly sad is that?
Are you as sick and tired as we are in seeing women's sports being invaded by gender-bending male grifters? Please go to transmadness.com. That's transmadness.com. Make a donation if you're able to. Sign the petition. Let's put our foot down and end this grotesque fiasco.